Justin Bieber and his former manager are reportedly closing in on a deal to settle their years-long feud over millions Bieber allegedly owes. The 31-year-old pop superstar is said to be negotiating the terms of a settlement with Scooter Braun, TMZ reported on Tuesday. Bieber and Braun could have the details hashed out within a matter of weeks, and possibly even by next week, sources with direct knowledge told the publication. The new development comes a month after the results of an independent audit were revealed, suggesting that Bieber owed his former manager several $1 million in unpaid commissions, though the singer's camp disputed those figures at the time. Representatives for Bieber and Braun haven't yet responded to DailyMail.com's request for comment. Last month, TMZ revealed the alleged results of an independent audit performed by PricewaterhouseCoopers, PwC, that was commissioned by Braun's entertainment company, Hybe America. The investigation, which lasted for 6 months, culminated in April with the determination that Bieber allegedly owed Braun $8,806,000. Although Bieber's team didn't publicly dispute the results of the PwC audit, they announced that they had conducted their own audit of his business dealings with Braun. However, they didn't share how its results compared to the independent audit. Despite the determination of Bieber's alleged debts from a third party, Braun was reportedly will to forgive the $8 million entirely. However, TMZ sources claim there were still 2 major stumbling blocks in the way of an agreement between the two. Anschutz Entertainment Group, AG, had given Bieber an impressive $40 million advance for his Justice World Tour, which commenced in February 2022, after it was twice postponed, from 2020 and then 2021, due to the coronavirus pandemic. After it finally got underway, Bieber ending up canceling 14 concerts scheduled for June and July 2022 when he suffered temporary facial paralysis as a result of Ramsay Hunt syndrome. He resumed touring for a short stint from late April 2022 through early September 2022 in Europe, the Nordic countries and Brazil, before canceling the remainder of the tour. Bieber announced to fans that he was exhausted and had to make his health the priority at the recommendation of his doctors. In response to the cancellation, AEG reportedly tried to claw back $24 million of Bieber's original advance, but Braun's company Hybe agreed to step in and front the money for the repayment. In response, Bieber was allegedly required to pay back Hybe in installments spread out over 10 years, but he allegedly stopped paying after just a single installment. Sources claimed that the advance repayment was a major sticking point for Braun, and they alleged that Bieber has finally agreed to repay the amount. According to them, after his wife Hailey Bieber's windfall profit from the sale of her cosmetics company Rhode, Justin was now willing to settle up. Ironically, Hailey's loved ones previously told DailyMail.com that they feared that Justin would take advantage of her kindness and use the payout to cover his debts. On social media, fans even urged the model to divorce her husband in hopes of protecting her new fortune. However, a prominent LA-based divorce attorney recently explained to DailyMail.com how Justin could end up walking away with half of Hailey's Rhode money if they should divorce, as they reportedly never signed a prenuptial agreement. Another reported requirement from Braun is that Bieber pay back $11 million he allegedly owes from commissions that were never paid, which was outside the scope of the PwC audit. However, TMZ sources say Braun is willing to settle the debt for pennies on the dollar, which could be a major break for Bieber. TMZ previously reported that Bieber was broke at the time that AEG came knocking for its $24 million repayment, leading Braun's company to cover the full amount while Bieber signed an agreement to repay Hybe over 10 years. But the payments reportedly ceased after just one installment, and sources close to Braun claimed to TMZ that the singer said he simply couldn't afford to keep paying. But sources close to Bieber alleged that he stopped paying because his business manager had dug through old transactions and determined that the singer had overpaid Hybe by $26 million. In response to that claim, Hybe reportedly performed an internal audit, which came to a drastically different conclusion: that Bieber owed $1 million even before his agreement to pay back the $24 million. Braun was recently in the news after his years-long feud with Taylor Swift, which resulted from his purchase of her master recordings, reached a conclusion of sorts when the singer was finally able to buy back all of her early recordings for an unreported price. But Braun was recently swept into more drama involving the country singer, turned pop star, as her former friend Blake Lively has subpoenaed him as part of her sexual harassment lawsuit against her It Ends With Us co-star and director, Justin Baldoni. The subpoenas seek documents regarding the crisis PR manager Melissa Nathan, who was named in Lively's bombshell suit against Baldoni, as well as information on work she did for Baldoni. Braun was once best known as the manager for major artists, including Justin, Ariana Grande, Kanye West, and more, before he announced last year that he would no longer be managing artists.